Hey guys, this is Anime Paul Z here, and today we are going to be doing the final part to What If Goku Was Half Kryptonian. Please like the video if you haven't already and subscribe, it's totally free and you can unsubscribe whenever you want. There's nothing much else I'd like to say in the intro, so without further ado let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jet. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
The following arc is the content covered in the DBS Broly movie. During this time, Goku has decided to take another sun dip in a blue star this time. He grows much stronger and is called back to action by the events that take place in the movie. Here I'll just skip to the battle between the Saiyans and Broly, since the stuff that happens beforehand pretty much happens identically. Vegeta is still the first to face Broly and he rips off his large coat before engaging in battle with Broly. Broly shouts and charges at him, trying to punch him, but Vegeta leaps over his attack and kicks him into the ground with ease before hurling down a ki blast as well. This releases a large explosion, causing a large amount of water vapor to circle the point of impact due to the ice. Broly just shoots through the watery smoke and kicks Vegeta, somehow possessing far more strength than before. Vegeta continues to try and dodge his incoming punches, but then he finally gets caught with one after making a mistake in his movements. He still does block, but he is hit and slammed into an ice mountain. He's learning at this rate, Vegeta wonders, before forcefully kicking Broly away then soaring right after him. Instead of landing the first attack, Broly manages to kick him and hurl him back. In anger, Vegeta enters his Super Saiyan state before attacking Broly again. He throws a straight punch, but then Vegeta uses instant transmission to almost phase past his attack, then he throws one of his own. Broly ends up coughing blood upon receiving this punch, then Vegeta goes on to land a sequence of precise and deadly strikes. There is little that Broly can do here, and the gap in their skill, not just strength, is immense. Vegeta teleports so that he appears behind Broly and he chucks in his signature Big Bang attack. However, Broly turns and catches it, forcefully throwing it aside before it can detonate in his face. The ball of ki explodes just beside and below Broly, and Vegeta is surprised with how quickly he's managing to grow. Vegeta is tens of times stronger in this continuity, but Broly is still managing to grow and match him as the fight continues. Just who is this Saiyan? Is he a Kryptonian like Kakarot? No, he can't be. He still has the wounds that I gave him, Vegeta realizes upon watching Broly advance toward him. The two fighters fight as equals for a time. Broly has already outmatched Vegeta in terms of raw fighting power and physical ability, but Vegeta's skill and fighting intelligence is just way too high. Vegeta ups the gears after realizing that he is soon going to get a serious beating, and he enters Super Saiyan God just like how he did in canon. Vegeta fights him in this form and is initially wiping the floor with him, but then the gap starts to close once again. Vegeta almost can't believe it until he is caught while midair and slammed into the ground with force above that of anything he could output in his current state. Vegeta struggles to release himself and he makes his stance, but Goku then teleports to arrive in front of him. "Do you not see what form I'm in? I've barely started having fun," Vegeta shouts in anger. His growth seems very unstable and very fast. The only way we can make sure he doesn't get too strong is that he fights someone that gets stronger along with him. "You also had your time, Vegeta. It's my turn now," Goku says, making his stance. Broly then dashes at Goku, but before he can reach him, he releases a wave of his special freeze breath. Broly's movements slow and slow until they come to an abrupt stop and he is covered in a large mound of ice. Cracks then show up and he breaks out of the ice, roaring with fury. Seconds later, he enters his Akari form and charges at Goku, who evades his incoming punch using his immense speed. He becomes a blur to his spectators, then he slams Broly into the ground with a kick while he is still in his base form. How did he grow so strong just by sitting in that star? Just what are you, Kakarot? Vegeta thinks to himself, cracking his knuckles. Broly struggles under his foot and pushes as hard as he can to release himself. Goku is surprised with how strong he seems to be, and so he flips into the air and awaits his adversary's advance. As Broly raises, he just uses his heat vision and manages to shred through one of his arms, causing him great pain. Frieza, seeing that Broly won't do much now, kills Paragus to try and ignite some hidden flame of power within him. Broly gets enraged and enters his Super Saiyan form, surprising Goku. He charges at Goku and takes him aback with his speed, landing the first punch to hurl him away. Goku feels a bruise on his cheek fade, and to him this is a signal for him to up the gears. He enters Super Saiyan, then uses Kaioken ×20 to test out his new durability. Sweet, he says upon realizing how calm he is using this form. Broly charges at him again and attempts to punch him, but Goku catches his strike and stops him in place. My turn, he says, before punching Broly so hard he forms a shockwave that cracks the ground beneath them. He follows up with a wave of these unstoppable punches and kicks, making Broly cough blood. With broken bones and a weakened body, Broly lurches back into a snow mountain and Goku arrives in front of him in flight insanely quickly. It's like he used instant transmission and his Kaioken fades as he continues to stand against him. Broly has gotten stronger, but his injuries are too grave for him to do anything now. Goku knows this and his eyes start glowing red as he faces him. Last second, however, Broly just vanishes as he is saved by none other than Chilai. I hope I meet you again, Broly, Goku says. The following arc is the Moro arc. Meris and Jacko don't head down to Earth and Goku is back in the sun once again, growing stronger and stronger. Meris and Jacko approach the star, then Meris releases himself to enter the star because he knows that he won't be harmed. Who are you? Goku asks, in a meditative position. There is a threat to our universe and I'd like you to take care of it, Goku, Meris says. Fine, as you wish, Goku says, preparing to depart. Vegeta is picked up along the way and the two prepare to face the threat of Moro. They meet him on New Namek once again and he grabs a young Namekian to act as a threat. Goku simply shoots his heat vision at his extended arm and forces him to drop the child that Vegeta catches right after. Vegeta and Moro fight and like in the canon, Moro starts using the power of Namek to try and defeat Vegeta. He uses large streams of hot, fiery-like energy and Vegeta remains the superior fighter for a time. However, Goku seems uneasy at the fact that Moro seems so calm, even though Vegeta is visibly overpowering him. Vegeta, stand down. I'll take down this guy while we can, Goku says, landing ahead of him. Vegeta just scoffs and steps back. He knows it's not wise to test him since he's either going to ignore him or just knock him out. Goku charges forward and in his base form actually forces him back with a single punch. However, Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue evolution form is superior to Goku's base form and so he won't be doing more than Vegeta was doing if he remains in his base. He doesn't have to exactly use his strongest forms and instead he uses his Super KRYPTONIAN Saiyan transformation. His eyes turn to a golden colour and he stares down his adversary. Moro prepares to unleash his next attack, but then he is hit in the stomach with a full power punch from Goku. Goku then unleashes his freeze breath, causing ice to form across and around his body. This isn't exactly the same biome that Goku had fought Broly in on Earth, and so an entire ice mound doesn't form, but all he basically does is slow him down. Once Moro is in this state, Goku lands a multitude of strikes to force him up against a hill. Moro, covered in his own blood and frail, lifts his icy arm to try and shoot a wave of planetary energy toward Goku. He manages to do so, but Goku simply lets the beam engulf his body. Once it dies down, he is revealed to be totally fine and he doesn't even receive any burns or injuries. With Moro beaten into a corner, Goku's eyes start glowing their sinister red colour and he severs off the magician's head with the use of his heat vision. He manages to decapitate him in a seamless motion and the threat of Moro has been totally dismantled. The final arc is the Granola arc. Granola still wishes for his immortality, but this time he has only a single year to live since he requires more life force to surpass Goku. This is because Goku is way stronger in this continuity. Goku and Vegeta still get tricked by the Heaters into thinking that Granola is a villain and they arrive at the scene to try and find him. Insanely accurate ki blasts are aimed at the duo and Vegeta is hit almost right away since Granola is so much stronger than him. Goku manages to enter his Super KRYPTONIAN Saiyan form to evade the remaining sniper blasts, and his senses and reflexes are far greater so he can do so particularly well. Granola then using instant transmission teleports to arrive right in front of him and Goku takes him on first. Just like in canon, Goku is capable of mixing Ultra Instinct into his lower forms, but since he is faster and more adept at using Ultra Instinct, he can use a much larger percentage of it. Goku dodges the first punch but is then taken aback by a punch that lands right on one of his vitals. In seconds he feels no pain whatsoever and Granola keeps on charging forward, attacking Goku with ferocity and power. Once Goku takes a devastating punch to the stomach that even makes him cough blood, he knows that he isn't putting enough effort in. He then enters his Super Saiyan Green form right away and charges toward Granola. His first punch lands but Granola visibly tanks it, and as the fight continues, Granola is still the superior fighter physically. Goku can still evade some of his quick tap-like attacks, but he is inferior in terms of raw strength. Goku then backs away and struggles to understand how this guy is as strong as he is. They had fought as a universe and never really saw anybody as strong as him to add to their arsenal. He assumes that he hasn't received any divine training either, which just makes things even more peculiar. Goku then calms himself and begins using his mastered Ultra Instinct form. Granola tries to attack him this time, but he swerves past his incoming attack and lands a kick that makes him cough up spit and blood. Goku unleashes with a few more fierce strikes that actually injure Granola. Goku charges in with a straight punch and Granola uses all of the force that he can muster to block it. He blocks his punch with both hands and clearly struggles to keep his knuckles away from him, but then Goku just uses his other arm to punch him, cracking his nose. Granola can't really understand what's going on at this point. He is supposed to be the strongest in the universe, but from what he has seen here, he is not. However, after grueling training against none other than Beerus, who isn't that much stronger than him now by the way, he has grown stronger and stronger. In their battles, he grows stronger literally by the second, and Granola has granted him too much time between their meeting and when he actually got his wish. Granola just shouts in rage and tries to strike Goku in one of his vitals, but his body shifts enough so that he misses his vitals completely. That's not gonna work anymore, Goku says, before continuing his brutal beatdown. However, while Goku tries to throw another punch, Granola fades from sight and another precise blast is aimed at him. Goku blocks it using his forearm and the wound vanishes as Granola arrives in front of him. Even as a stronger version of himself, without his clone, Granola cannot gain the advantage over his adversary. Goku's speed is too immense and he can't land any of his signature vital point strikes, since Goku's senses are too great and he is also just too fast. Granola throws away Oatmeal and with bloodshot eyes he zooms forward and aims to throw the fastest, strongest punch that he can. However, he telegraphs his punch and Goku is able to just swerve past his incoming strike using Ultra Instinct. He then punches Granola so hard in his face that a large bruise is left on his cheek, and he also spins upon receiving such punch. With Granola falling back, Goku releases his full-on freeze breath, managing to slow down his opponent quite a lot. Finally, he releases a Kamehameha wave that hits him right on. There is little Granola can do and he is engulfed by the large energy wave. Once it fades, he is revealed to be gravely injured and Goku has healed from all of the injuries that he's received. After Monaito arrives and tells Granola of the story of Bardock and how he saved him, Gas is made the strongest in the universe and makes his appearance. "You must be like Granola and wish to become the strongest in the universe," Goku says, watching him. Out of nowhere, he zooms down to the group and all three fighters are forced to take him on. Vegeta is clearly lagging behind in his Super Saiyan Blue evolution form and Goku and Granola are the main fighters holding their own. "Hold him off and I'll shoot him from afar," Granola says, backing away. Goku nods in reaction then zooms off, using his immense speed to engage in battle as a solo. As he soars toward Gas, he releases his heat vision. Gas dips right under his rays of heat but still feels immense warmth from them. Goku then directs a concentrated wave of his freeze breath toward him, forcing ice crystals to show up in the air and across his body. He continues and continues blowing until Gas is forced to make a shield to take the brunt of the wave. Finally, Goku shatters the shield completely and Granola fires his double-handed energy wave from his index fingers. It hits one of Gas's vitals and causes blood to spurt out from the point of impact. He screams in pain and Goku nods to Granola with respect for him. He then throws away the seal on his forehead and releases all of his inner power as a heater. He soars back toward Goku and throws mindless attacks that he can dodge at first, however he is then caught with a punch that launches him through an entire mountain. As the rocks crumble down, Granola tries to catch him off guard with another energy wave aimed at one of his vitals. However, he blocks it with his forearm then gives a maniacal smile off in Granola's direction. Goku of course heals from the attack before he even raises up, but is surprised with how strong he is now. Granola and Gas battle and he struggles to even keep his life. Gas unleashes his true strength and lays Granola out. In seconds he is bloodied and severely damaged, but he still possesses the vigour and resolution to continue. Gas shouts and intends to throw the final blow, but Goku catches his punch before he can do so. "Leave now, Granola. I have to take this man down alone," Goku roars. Granola complies, then Goku steps back to begin powering up. He searches within for the power deep inside him and his change in mental clarity forces him back into his UI Omen state. However, he continues powering up and his ki signature continues to skyrocket. Waves of air and ki blast out from his general location and the other fighters simply watch in awe. "What's happening?" Granola asks, upon feeling the ground rumble and rumble. "It's Kakarot, he's ascending past the gods," Vegeta replies, with his arm over his eyes to block the gusts of ki. His power seems limitless and his hair then rises into its form when he's Super Saiyan. The hair then switches to white, just like how it is in MUI, and he fully transforms. His body has a gleaming silver tint to it and his eyes are now a pure glowing white. Gas still looks unconcerned about his power, and since he is in his awakened form, he doesn't have much capacity for conscious thought anyway. Goku zooms forward and lands a straight punch that Gas can do nothing about. He cracks 3 of his ribs upon impact and hurls him back, while chasing after him like a starving predator chasing its prey. Gas is nowhere near fast enough to fly away from him, and he also can't deal with his instant transmission. He teleports so that he arrives at the very front of Gas, then he uses his heat vision as he approaches him. 2 deep wounds appear on his chest and he screams in pain before attempting to attack Goku again. He throws several punches, but the Ultra Instinct user can swerve past every one of his incoming punches with ease. With his hybridity enhancing his mastered Ultra Instinct to an even higher level, there is no chance Gas is doing anything here. Gas zooms forward and attempts to punch him again, but Goku catches his fist. A simple squeeze shatters the bones in his hand and Goku then holds his hand up to his chest. Gas, since he is way stronger in this continuity, is already aging significantly and has started to lose muscle mass and strength. "Be gone," Goku orders, releasing a massive one-hand energy wave. His decrepit body is too weak to keep itself together and the threat of Gas is removed in that single beam. Just after this, Frieza arrives and stands ahead of Vegeta and Granola, causing Goku to use instant transmission to arrive in front of them. Frieza then enters his black form and hits both Saiyans with punches. Vegeta goes down immediately, but Goku still remains standing, feeling fine in seconds. Black Frieza then makes his exit as he does in canon, and this brings an end to the Granola arc. So that will conclude the final part to What If Goku Was Half Kryptonian. Please tell me something you liked about this What If or something that I should improve on for the next one. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.